Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to our Days of Awe virtual quiet retreat during this time of pandemic. So unlike any of our other retreats that we've had, this one obviously is virtual and on Zoom. So welcome everyone, and thank you for the blessing of Zoom as well. So we will be, together, come together for this opening circle and guided visualization. And then you will have the time off to do what you want to either be in your home, outside, whatever. And then everyone, please return a little bit before 5 o'clock. And I'm sorry, I just sometimes have to check my phone a little just in case, because with this new technology and someone might have questions about how they're accessing or getting in. So I just want to let you know. Here is someone else joining us. So let's see. Hello, Eileen. Welcome. Nice to see you. So yes, so now you can unmute yourself for a little bit, and then I'll probably mute you all. We're recording and doing this for our archive. And again, I was welcoming everyone to our quiet retreat. So optional materials for this quiet retreat are available online, and they're reflection materials. Does everyone have the link or know how to get those in case you want to access them during the retreat? You all do, otherwise I was going to put the link in the chat box. Okay, great. So you know that. Wait, I don't have to post it there. And as I was saying, that everyone will be in their own quiet time in between our opening and closing circles. And in case you're new to quiet retreats or silent retreats, I want to let you know about what are some of the options that you can have during your quiet time. So you can journal, you can work with the posted reflection questions and materials there. You can spend time with the High Holiday Siddur prayer book, or other materials that you have, your own materials, reading, walking, drawing, yoga, prayer, etc. I also always recommend that you can take time just observing your thoughts and just taking the time to sit with and be with whatever is just going through your mind. So those are some of the things. Hopefully everyone will be able to be back here, say, by 5:05 for our closing circle. If an emergency or something comes up, please enter into the chat room that you've had to leave, so that I know what's happened to you. So, any questions before we open the circle? Okay, great. I'll chime us in. We're gonna have 3 rounds of guided breathing. If my pacing is not comfortable for you, then that's fine. Go ahead and do your own pacing. So, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to share something that in some ways I think of it as almost like a perfect little prayer. It's Psalm 46, verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and be still. Be. You can also read that backward the whole way up as well. Now, why don't we have a little bit of time of sharing, and if you can share your name and a brief sentence about what drew you to the retreat, and if you have an intention or a desire for the retreat. Before we start, I'm just going to give a little bit of time for people to reflect on it. And that's because mainly I'm someone when they pose a question in a circle and then they just start going. I'm someone who needs a little bit of reflection time. So I like to provide that for other people. And when you feel ready, if you can just sort of raise a finger or something. Okay, so why don't we'll go ahead and start. It's like someone needed to step away for a minute, but why don't we go ahead and anyone like to start? And also remember to unmute yourself.
I'll begin.
Okay.
What brought us here? First of all, gratitude for your continuing this beautiful practice. I really appreciate it. It seems like a great time of year to just, I feel like a pachinko game and just want all the marbles just to sort of settle where they need to go. And this is an opportunity to do that in a really gentle way. I do miss the physical plant of, being at Adat Shalom, but so it's going to be a little different. So I'm a little anxious about that, but curious too. And my intention is just to stay silent and, try and really listen to where God is leading me during this time.
Thank you, Susie.
Sorry, ladies.
Okay, you have to unmute yourself again.
So I'm Orit, and usually I rush to Adat Shalom to get to this silent retreat. And I was early or on time today. So I'm in quarantine and it's been pretty silent here unless people are calling me or I'm calling. And I've been on the phone a lot and on Zoom a lot. So I'm also looking for quiet, but a focused quiet. You know, I've been here on my own, so it's kind of been a week of retreat in a way, but I like having the retreats with you, and so I've set a few intentions of doing some writing of Rosh Hashanah cards and journaling and just listening and turning phone calls off.
Thank you. Mhm. Martha, yes.
So what brought me to the retreat was you kids. I just love the way you craft these. And also what drew me and my intention overlap. My mind is very busy. My thoughts, they just kind of tumble over each other. So I want to slow down that process.
Thank you.
Oh, I'll just go ahead. Well, I'm kind of new to everything. So I know I've been to other retreats, and I guess my idea of a retreat is for some kind of peace. So being everything so chaotic, I actually just finished a 21-day meditation with a friend of mine with Chopra. And it just really helped to, you know, make me stop and it gave me some time every day to just stop. And a lot of times we don't have time to just stop and even think. You know, we're working at home. Luckily, we're working, but it, you know, it can still be chaotic. So I'm learning how to stop that too. You know, and just give myself time to breathe and just enjoy the simple things and not always rush around and trying to move on to the next thing. So I'm looking to reflect on some things that I want to do for myself, some things I want to do for others that I do now that continue, some new things, and just how to just stop, you know, and get my strength from within and from above. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you. Well, for me, I think silence can be a very important spiritual practice. And in fact, I have this little note I wrote that sits on my table here that says, "The still point is always present." And I need this reminder for that. And especially during these times, I've noticed like I do almost daily trail walking in the park. And I can be on that walk for quite a bit of time with my mind just going like that. And it's an act of consciousness to remember, oh, the still point is present. How do I connect with that? And of course, my intention and desire is to help create a contemplative opportunity and safe container for each of you who's participating. So we're going to do, I decided this time to actually incorporate the guided meditated visualization into our circle. And that's because we're not at Adat Shalom, so we're not in a actual physical container of the beautiful sanctuary, all the grounds around it and everything like that. So we're not in that designated, literally a designated place, physical place of retreat from our daily lives. And so what we're going to do is a guided meditative visualization that focuses on creating Makom, a place, or I'll even expand it to space that we can create internally and access as needed. And it's like a retreat space that you can take with you wherever you go, regardless of the literal location. or distractions even that are arising, and you can have it as a practice. So, and you can also, if you want, try this out again during our time between the opening and closing circles. Now, one thing that's important is that in this meditative visualization, that idea of Makom, place, or space can be interpreted really widely. So it can be, a physical place. That might be just what you have. It can be an imaginary place. It can be even a metaphor or an experience or a mood. It could be a state of consciousness or awareness that you've had. It can be a group. It could be the divine or any combination thereof. So I just want to sort of expand the idea of what you can choose or be working with when we're doing this. And so there's actually no limit to this Makom, we might say. Okay, so let's begin. If you're comfortable doing so, I invite you to close your eyes. Take your own deep breath in and out. And now recall that Makom, place, or space that you'd like to return to. And remember, there's not a limit on what this can be. So where do you perhaps feel this Makom in your body? Is there a place where you feel it in your body? What emotions are associated with it? What thoughts arise when you recall it? Now, if it fits with your Makom, picture yourself and your surroundings. Is there anyone else there? If so, who? Are there any sounds, smells, or tastes associated with your Makom? Do you have a spiritual connection with your Makom? Is there something that's what's most important for you about your Makom? Fully focus on the experience of being in your Makom. Now, while still in that experience of being in your Makom, imagine distractions arising outside your Makom, but they're muffled at a distance, blurry. So your main focus is on your Makom. Now, imagine tucking your Makom into your heart or your brain or your soul. You're putting it where it will always be with you, available to access and enter. Accents a sense of reassurance of this availability. And now, from this place of awareness of the availability of your Makom, expand your awareness to sitting in your chair. Inhabit your body. Wiggle your toes. Gently smile. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay? Come back into the circle, to the room. Good. Easily, gently. I'm going to lead us in another round of guided breathing. We'll do one round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to sound the chime, or before I do sound that chime, does anyone have any questions? Again, you can go outside, you can walk, you can move to another part of your home, you can sit here. But please, about 5 minutes before 5, make sure you've returned and are sitting in your chair. I will be coming sort of in and out. I'm probably someone I'll have to get up and take a little walk or something, get some movement in during this time. So that will be, so again, it's being in silence the entire time as possible and not engaging with electronics unless it's something that will not lure you down that, pull you in to electronics. If you have one thing that the only way you can access that reflective thing or something is through a device, that would be okay, but we don't want you just going off and being sucked in any way. So, anyone have any question before we go into this? Okay, well, blessings on your time. So I forgot to turn the recording back on. Just 1 second. Hello, we're back to recording, and I actually did forget to turn the recording on at the beginning of our closing circle. So we chimed ourselves in. We had a heart visualization where we sent out a quality from our highest self or our soul to one another, out into the world and things. And then we had some sharing time. And now I've asked everyone going to go around, and everyone is going to give 2, maybe 3 words that are related to their experience of this retreat. Okay, would anyone like to start? Eileen, you'll need to, and Orit, you'll need to unmute yourselves for this sharing of our words. Great, okay. Anyone want to begin?
And, 3 words: tranquility, freedom, contentment.
And was the second word freedom?
Yes.
Yeah.
And contentment.
And contentment, yes. Okay,
I have 3 too.
okay.
Kindness, quiet, focus.
Self-compassion, freedom, quiet center.
Oh. Moving in deep stillness.
And mine are 2 words are spacious and serenity. So I'm just going to read this. Self-compassion, freedom, quiet center, tranquility, freedom, contentment, kindness, quiet, focus, spacious, serenity, moving in deep stillness. A poem. And so I just want, because sometimes we feel, oh, we really can't take time away or take time off or do all this because there's so much going on, so many demands, all sorts of things. And so I just like to gather these qualities and share them because it's that by taking this time, and it always certainly doesn't have to be that such an extended amount of time necessarily, or it could even just be going into your Makom for a period of time. But you're gifting these qualities not only to yourself, but you're gifting these qualities to those around you or your environment or those you interact with. And so when we take this retreat time, be it short or longer, it's not really about being too self-focused or things like that. There's a better word that's slipping me by. It's not about being selfish to take time like this or things. It's actually grounding qualities as the potential to ground qualities that we are gifted. So that is one thing. And also that I sometimes like to say we can take sips of silence. And that hopefully will be one of the things that maybe the Makom visualization will help with. So I want to say, well, one, I want to thank everyone for participating. It's a real joy, to use one of our words, to have you all here today in the circle. I'm going to close with a Shehekianu. It's one of my favorite blessings or prayers. And I'll translate it from the Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehekianu v'ki amanu v'chigianu lazman hazeh. Blessed art thou, creator of the universe, who has sustained us and kept us and brought us to this moment. Very good. I'm going to, and then I'm going to chime us out. You know, when we send out those qualities, it's like this chime. You know, it has this center point, higher sound, and it might be harder for you all because you're farther away, but next to me, it's literally going out in like that wave formation or two. So, and may these days of awe be filled for you. And it's good for me, a reminder that we don't have to just save the idea of days of awe to set time on the calendar. We do. And just be well and everything as we go forward into these challenging times of pandemic and everything. So,
Thank you, Kit.
thank you. Blessings
Thank
all.
you.
Thanks, Kit.
Tova.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, Shana Tova, Happy New Year. We can say that now.
Good to see everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kit.
Yes. Well, thank all of you. It was a real joy to do this.
Thank you. I think I may have seen Eileen on a slichot.
Hugs.
Were
Hugs all.
you on a slichot Zoom last night?
Now, because I didn't do the heart meditation visualization and record it, I'm going to say it again now. So those of you who are tuning in from the archives will be able to do this. So sit comfortably, take a deep breath in and out. I recommend you close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. There's a line from the Shema, V'achavta es Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'adecha. Shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, with all your mind. So let's visualize a light, bright light in your heart. Visualize a bright light in your heart. Now connect with your highest self, however you may term that. Your soul, your most loving self, and feel that love in your heart expand into more light, more radiant light. Reconstructionist Judaism speaks of knowing the divine via acts of godliness. For example, loving kindness, compassion, charity, helping to repair our broken world, compassion, etc. So now choose an act of godliness, a quality that you would like to express in the world. Again, visualize the light in your heart and the presence of your highest self. Send that light to someone else in your life or your home or your place of work. Or your family, creating almost like a circle of light that connects you. Now see that expression of godliness that you chose and sent out filling your home. And if you live with other people, see it also lighting them up. Now see that quality and send it out to the world. So it's almost like it's radiating out in just waves of light. And we know with how much power and the speed that light moves throughout our universe. Radiating out, helping in the repair of our broken world. Take another deep breath. Wiggle your toes. Smile gently and open your eyes. And thank you for participating in today's Days of Awe Quiet Retreat in this time of pandemic. It's a joy to have your participation.